Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails in Reverie, and last time the gun fired, so let's see what everyone has to say. The commotion in the city is starting to calm down to a degree. Garcia also helped us recover all the remains of our soldats and transport them into the geofront. The remaining members of the Ebon Defense Force all willingly surrender themselves too. As for Ilya Platier, she's been taken to the hospital. She's exhausted but in no danger. Thank Adios for that. She's in good hands with Dr. Sayland. Speaking of the doctor, sounds like Morale's surgery was a success. It's a shame I can't see her yet, but at least I know she's alright. You will soon. For now, we need to decide on our next move. Who knew something like that would show up on Lake Elm? The Retributive Tower. We've already seen it's capable enough to annihilate something the size of Juno Naval Fortress in an instant. From what I can see, it powers itself through the spirit veins. Its energy is amplified and reflected by combat shell satellites in the sky, which then direct them towards a desired target. Technology to fire a beam of its strength with such precise accuracy just doesn't exist in the Empire. But Elysium can realize it. Thought so. The fortress's troops were stationed elsewhere at the time of the attack, so by the grace of the goddess, no lives were lost. Bullshit. I'm more ashamed that my old castle could fall so easily. I don't think any fortress could have withstood a blast like that. The aim was to show its monstrous capabilities, and it served its purpose well. You need only look at our neighbor's reaction to see that, particularly Calvert's. Indeed. You talked to their new president just earlier, didn't you, sir? I did, yes.
It feels like just yesterday that we were gathered to affirm Crossbell's independence. The speed with which you liberated your city was nothing short of astonishing. The many hardships that Crossbellans have endured have molded them into a most hardy people indeed.
We are hardly worthy of such praise. I truly regret that we've been unable to bring this crisis to a conclusion faster, Mr. President.
But it is good to have this line of communication open to us again. Now, I believe it would be wise to discuss how to address that new weapon of mass destruction that...
As it happens, we have already begun preparing our response. We have readied enough troops to dwarf even our great numbers from the war.
I see.
Surely you are aware of the extremely delicate position Crossbell finds itself in at present. If Erebonia, or even Calvert, were to try and intervene with force, well...
I am indeed aware. But how else is a head of state to respond when his territory is threatened?
The tower shall next rain judgment on the Calvert Republic's Baratier airbase. Its divine lightning will spare not one thing as it turns its frame to dust. You have until 5 o'clock this evening to reconsider your stance. I do hope you make the right decision.
Our military's general headquarters will be the next target if we do not act. We have no choice. I'm quite surprised as how much Erebonia is dragging its heels in light of the losses it has recently suffered.
I deeply regret the position your country has been placed in after a problem that erupted within our borders. But could you not give us a little more time to resolve this on our own? I assure you that we are not sitting idly by while your nation is threatened.
And I believe you. I have it on good authority that many capable hands have gathered in Crossbell. But I would like to make our stance crystal clear. Refusing our gracious offer of support means you have also forfeited support from the Imperial Army. And given what is at stake, the deadline draws dangerously close. We will take action as we see fit.
President Gramhart, sir.
Yes, I fully understand that.
Then all is well. The Republican Army stands ready to aid you, should you require it. I hope you will make the correct choice, and sooner rather than later, Mr. Speaker.
The rumors about him weren't an exaggeration in the least. If anything, they didn't exaggerate enough. I've heard his actions since the war have made him very popular in the Republic. Until now, we feared that Calvard would use the Supreme Leader as an excuse to invade, but the tower changed everything. They know as little about it as we do, so of course they would be hesitant about approaching it. It's the right move. Playing this card has no downsides for them. I don't doubt that as soon as they have a grasp of the situation, they'll use it as an excuse to intervene and claim Crossbell as their own. I fear my only option may be to request both the Republic and the Empire's aid after all. No. Grandfather. The lives of the entire continent are on the line. We don't have much choice. But doing so would cement Crossbell's status as a country unable to handle crises within its own borders. It'd kill its chance of re-independence for good. It's almost an impossible choice to make. Knowing where the next target will be works to the Republic's advantage as well. As does knowing that, while it's an important military base, it can be rebuilt with ease, unlike Juno. The deadline is also generous enough to give them time to evacuate civilians in the vicinity of the blast. I'm sure preparations are already underway. All that to say that even if the worst should happen, Calvert will walk away with minimal damage at most. Lucky sons of bitches. And here we were thinking things would get easier after that sly old fox they had before 23 was out of the picture. The delay could still work in our favor. Might mean we bought enough time to take care of the tower ourselves. I'll take half a day more than over nothing at all. I wouldn't bust out the champagne over that just yet. Agreed, there were reports that there are far fewer Zalber soldat stationed in the city now compared to when it was first occupied. And there's only one place they'd be. So the bulk of them were defending the tower then. Maybe they figured the city would be liberated again from the start. Surely not. Actually, after all that's happened so far, anything is possible. I'd lean toward it personally. Our foe's real goal was unveiling this giant weapon all along. But at this point, just who is our foe? It doesn't sound as though Elysium itself has a will of its own. That's right, it needs an administrator. The answer is whoever ousted me from that position and took it for themselves. That all has continued unabated, even after the Supreme Leader's demise suggests it wasn't him. He would have been the most obvious answer. Our options otherwise are very few. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is something Calvert and Erebonia's armies can solve. I don't think so either. The tower is capable of more destruction than even the past war if left unchecked.
I won't let that happen. Maybe whoever this is really thinks they're on some noble pursuit to bring eternal peace. But if you have to hold the entire continent hostage to maintain it, then how the hell is that true peace? How is that going to unite us? It's not going to unite anyone. We've worked too hard for this. I won't let this vice grip they think they have stop us from crossing the finish line.
Well said.
That's our Yuna.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We've stood up when knocked down 100 times. This is just 101. Because no matter how high the barrier, it'll never be enough to stop us.
Right. And all of us from Thor's will be right there to help you get over it. No, it's not just for you. I want things to go back to normal for myself just as much. I want to see a brighter tomorrow. And I want to see it together with the people I care about.
Reen.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Liberal's here to support you all we can too.
Crossbell and Erebonia are neighbors, yes. But it's more that we've overcome enough as a team that we would never back out now.
Yeah, teamwork's made the dream work enough times before, so why wouldn't we help?
We, of course, are also here for you.
Damn, do you guys love these cute speeches. I'd bust one out too if I had one to give.
Yet for all we have on our side, there are still limits to what we can do. The real key to our success is her.
True. As long as Elysium plays such a large role, its former administrator is going to make or break this.
She's the best. Perhaps the only hope we have of seeing tomorrow.
Your name is Lapis, right? I hate to put this kind of pressure on you, but we're absolutely going to need you in this upcoming operation. Will you help us?
No.
What?
I said I'm not helping you.
You did not just say no.
Read the room, Lapis.
That's how our girl is. She doesn't let anyone push her into doing what she doesn't want to.
It's not like we're bossing her around over something trivial.
She can't go, screw you guys, I'm out of here when the stakes are this damn high.
Are you saying no because you only want to help your friends?
No. I'd say the same thing to them. I'm not helping anyone. Because I'm the one who needs help. Elysium is at the center of everything that's plaguing the continent. That means, as its former administrator, I have a duty to set things right. I wish to make this very clear. This isn't your problem that I'm saving. This is my problem that you're saving. So please, I need you to help me. Way to turn it around, LP.
She is technically correct.
Does that technically matter?
Yes, it's a very important distinction.
She's more of a character than you led me to believe, Ian. Believe me, I'm just as surprised at how much she's grown. Her friends have no doubt played a vital part in that. Can't argue with that logic. The distinction works in our favor, too. We're here as friends, but as Erebonians, we can't officially interfere in Crossbell's affairs at the moment. I'm sure that was at the back of some of our minds when we agreed to step in. It was, but we're past the point where we can claim this only involves Crossbell. All of our lives are at risk here. We want to help, but even if we didn't want to, this affects us as much as it does Crossbell. Crossbell, Erebonia, and Laboral, it's everyone's problem all across the map. It's a lot of people when you think about it. But all across the map's right. And we'll need everyone we can get to help Lapis and overcome this. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when they need... Ooh, okay, maybe it's supposed to be Crossbell. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when Crossbell needed it. Thor's never turned them away either. Nor did the Triple S. And we won't turn them away now. Exactly. Or is it supposed to be Crow's? Or C's team? What just happened? Are you ignoring me? Nope, you helped everyone feel like a team, that's all. Good girl. I'm so proud of you. I don't get why. I'd like to turn our discussion to what our present objectives should be. Lapis, how exactly should we go about stopping the tower? Well, Elysium came to be through the orbital network and spirit veins. It existed in entirely intangible states, so retaking control over it would normally be impossible. Right now, though, it exists in physical form through the tower's central terminal. That much is very clear to me now that the signal jamming is gone. In other words, right now we have a chance. Does this form make it possible for you to reinstate yourself as administrator? As long as we can reach the tower's center and I can wire myself directly to it, yes. If we do that, both the tower and the Divine Lightning should cease to function. Then we have our mission. One that's a lot easier said than done. The Zauber soldats are going to be difficult enough to pass, and then the tower itself is built like a fortress. It's also worth noting that it's been being protected by some sort of barrier while it draws in new energy. The barrier's mana is so dense that I doubt even railway guns could break it. It's that durable? I feared it would be something like that. Before we can even think of teleporting inside, we need to take care of that barrier. We don't have anything stronger than the railway guns and crossbells, so even if they aren't up to the task. Let's not forget that the tower sits over a lake. We have one Merkaba hidden ready for use, but this isn't going to be as easy to get to as the Azure Tree was. Now with our enemy being armed to the teeth, my Merkaba is undergoing repairs in Ereboni with the Courageous 2, so that one's out. We could have taken care of it if we had our Divine Knights, but unfortunately we're going to be facing one instead on top of everything else. Yeah, there's gotta be something we can do, though.
And that something lies with me.
Olivier? Angie, George? Wait, Vita? Good to see you as always, Emma. Of course, she decides to swoop in right as you were discussing how to overcome a new overpowering weapon. You don't always have to make a show of coming in to save the day, Vita. Because you've never done it 1,000 times yourself, grandmother. I just can afford to stay away, knowing the society, the professor mainly, is involved. If the rest of Thor is gaining on protecting the beautiful ladies of Zemuria from this new threat, how can I skip out? Why are you even here? You offer the absolute least out of anyone. If I can get in on this action, I might get in on that action, know what I mean? If only we didn't. You look well, Crow. Same to you guys. Thought you were still in Arteria, Father Thomas. Must mean our ever-reluctant superiors realize they can't leave this to chance. You would be correct. Even they can't ignore a broadcast so damning. I see the Triple S has been very busy. Hopefully I can give congrats once I'm back in Crossbell. Hold on to that congrats. Our work's not done yet. You've been conducting an independent investigation of the Empire from what I've heard. At the request of none other than the Prince himself here. We may be unable to mobilize the Imperial Army, but there is a way to catch the enemy unawares, even if it involves an element of luck. If it works, however, you'll be able to get inside the tower. Really? What's the way, then? Please, my dear, and spoil the surprise? That, and I rather don't think we can afford to be too cautious with Elysium. That's smart of you, we can't rule them out being able to listen in on us somehow. What a horrific possibility. Well, shall we get to work on our operation? If you're willing to support me in that endeavor, of course, Commander Bales and Toa. I'd never turn that down. We have until it hits 1700 hours to pull this off, so time is of the essence. Let's begin at once. Prince Olivert, Commander Bales, and Toa began ironing out the details on how to enter the tower. The assault team comprised of the Triple S, Class 7, and Rufus's party let them be to prepare for the grand battle. They agreed that the best use of their time would be to rest and recharge while touring the newly liberated Crossbell. This is going to be our last chance to prepare, but we've got less than half a day left, so there's only going to be so much that we can do. The bulk of the responsibility right now is with the commander and the others who are formulating a plan either way. But we're still responsible for preparing for the fighting we're going to be doing once we're in the tower. Indeed, I would like to tour the region and see how everyone's doing while we can too. The bikes that Elisa got her hands on from the Rider Company should help us there. I'll explain the basics of riding them later on. Thanks. How long have you been carrying those glasses around, by the way? I thought my mask would draw too much attention when walking around the city. This guy plans for everything. Shall we meet again here just before the operation is scheduled to begin then? Do all that you want now so that you may face what comes without regrets. Makes sense, I guess. You shouldn't be getting too friendly with them. Wait, Lord Rufus. Can I help you, Detective? You certainly look like you have something to say. I do. Thinking about it, this is our first time speaking since the Pantic rule before the war. Now that you mention it.
Think of it as my personal apology to you for Operation Birdcage. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you enjoy yourselves there one last time?
I'd like to thank you for the consideration. Though not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face.
If you were hoping to try and make good on what you said then, I would not be opposed to humoring you. But I thought there were better ways to use what precious little time we have left to us. I happen to agree. That's why I think it would be fruitful for you to travel around Crossbell with us. It's not possible to change the past, but during the upcoming operation we will be fighting on the same team. The more time we spend preparing together, the easier I think we'll find it to back one another up if things get dicey. What do you say? Lloyd? We share Lloyd's view on the matter. Can't deny there's bad blood between us, but the stakes are too damn high here to be petty. Far from me to second-guess our leader. That's Lloyd for you, always looking at the big picture. You've got to hand it to the guy. We'd like to come along too. The rest of my classmates have their own preparations to make, so they won't be joining us, but we'll have to learn as much as we can in their place. We've been going around separately until now, so we need to see how everyone else fights. Even putting all that aside, there's something I want you to see. I want you to see the strength of Crossbell's people. I want you to witness how even in times as hopeless as these, we never give up. You've some chutzpah. Very well, I see no reason to refuse. We could hang out with RX again. Who's RX? Risha, maybe? Didn't know you knew them. It's a funny story. We met not that long ago. We're part of a secret assassins club. What? Like we need any more crazy kids.
Yes? I'm all ears if there's something you want to say.
Your name is Lloyd Bannings, right? I think it was you after all. Who was what?
Did he do something?
I performed one last prediction of the future, just before control of Elysium was stolen from me. And that briefly showed me someone who I think was you.
Wait.
Is something going to happen to him? Please, don't worry. I didn't see a vision of him dying or anything. What I saw was very fragmented. So I can't be sure exactly what it meant. But I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this.
Me?
Yes. You are the only one who fulfills all of the conditions. But all I saw was this possible future's conclusion. I didn't see what steps would lead up to making it happen.
Sure wish we had a few more details to go on.
But that's a hard story to ignore, given Elysium's ability to predict the future.
Okay. I'll keep what you said in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. I'm sure we'll need all the help you can give once this whole thing kicks off, too.
I thought I told you that this is my problem that you're saving? You're helping me.
So you did.
Shall we set off then? Once our preparations are complete, we need to assemble on the tower's rooftop. So let's make sure that when we do, we're heading with no regrets. Right. So are the shards gonna unite now or something? I should do some trial doors if I get the chance. I think something must have happened. Maybe we should go and look when we get the chance. You can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in town with a limited party, all party members can be used when on highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto a highway or entering a dungeon and choose your active party members. Rufus's Shades. Rufus, Risha, Elia, Thomas, Thomas 1, Lloyd, Master Missions, etc. So, that's not too bad.
Warning to all visitors. Elysium has attempted to interfere with this space 4,096 times.
What did it just say? What's it talking about?
These increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is at a critical point. Conclusion: Limited permissions to retain memories outside of this world must be granted to combat further attempts.
Did I understand that correctly? This is a lot to process all at once.
Accessing Reverie Corridor Management System. Adjusting awareness suppression processes.
Hold on. Well, something just happened. Wait a sec, I know this feeling. My memories are back. Mine too. So that's what we've been trained to prepare ourselves to combat. This must be the Guardian's way of telling us just how much stronger we'll have to become to triumph. Seriously though, did you have to go and flip the switch on our memories while we were awake? My head is still spinning.
The action was deemed necessary to raise chances of controlling the crisis unfolding in the outside world. Elysium cannot be allowed to alter the laws of causality. Visitors will still be unable to retain the memories of the Reverie Corridor upon exiting.
That's a little disappointing. Must be the one rule I won't compromise on.
Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie Corridor's 4th stratum. May you seize the hope to overcome the impossible over the course of your trials.
As if we have much choice in the matter, at least we finally get the big picture. That explains all the help we've been given since we got here was for this. Yes, and the pivotal moment we've been trained for is much closer than we thought. Threats we're up against are Elysium and the Retributive Tower. Getting those memories back also means we already know what we need to do. We're going to stop them for Crossbell and for the entire world. Why are you giving a speech you're not going to remember? Right. Damn straight we are. As long as we have time to train, I know we can turn this around. Indeed, this is our ace in the hole, and we'd be fools not to use it. And I'll back you guys up all the way. It goes for all of us, and we're ready to see what this new stratum's got for us. Now's the time to hone our skills once more. I see no harm in laying a hand while I'm here. This is our last chance to steel ourselves for the final battle. Make it count, everyone. Right. Everyone's motivated and doing whatever they can to prepare for the final battle. Can't let myself be the odd one out. It's time I got ready, too. Reverie Garden State has changed. You can begin exploring as Lloyd. Additional characters can now be recruited. Zeit will now assist. Mini missions 4 fulfilled.
Visitor access detected.
I really don't want to bother with those. 5 Guardians on the 4th, 25 total, 15 mini-missions. We've cleared more than enough. 17 Daydreams. I'm surprised we actually hit 13. I didn't think we did that many. So I still need to knock that one out. That one should be easy to do, and I definitely need the UMATs. 50? Formidable foes, easy. Only 15. 150 chests in Zemuria. There's a way to see how many chests you've done. I don't remember what they are, though. $15 pieces of armor. We're at 33. Okay, so it's supposed to be 20 accessories. That's just NIS being NIS. We still have someone at 110. I don't know who, though. 21 recipes. Oh, so we're able to finish the fishing thing. $31 people.
New contents available.
Not really worried about that one or that one. Not a fan of this one because it's just dictating what party I have to use. Okay, this is a big one because it has Machias in it. think I can live without that one. Like, Randy and Joshua, even Noel's actually not that bad, if I remember correctly. I don't remember, so that's why I may have just burned some needed points. $5,000, jeez. Well, may as well dig the hole deeper, right?
Confirming rank points accumulated.
Scored
Liberation
well on a
rank
roller coaster.
unchanged. Central core activated.
So I actually want to test one thing before I reshuffle all that crap. We need to go over to the... yeah, unsealing pedestals. Close enough.
Millennial Trove activated.
So I want to shuffle this and see if that affects those, because that may be a way to get cosmetics. And we have the money to spare at the moment, so it's not really a big deal if we do.
Trade phantasmal shards. Reconstructing Reverie Corridor. Connecting to Reverie Garden database.
Easy, easy. Annoying but doable. Not happening, not happening. We can do that one. I like how Muse is worth almost double greens. Lloyd and Lecter not happening. At least I can get the easy ones here and just farm those, maybe, I don't know.
Millennial Trove activated.
Nope, I don't know what determines what is here and what isn't. Can trade fish for these, but they're kind of worthless. My old nemesis is back, the fishing one, because I have a lot of nemesis if you can't tell. I'd rather have the crab than the mind potion. Some of the things in the game do just make me laugh. Huh. So we need 2 Argent Gems. Ironically, the U material cost isn't that insane. That one's a bit on the insane side. As is that. %50 charm. I don't know how you get confused 3s. I have an idea, it's just I'm praying that's not the case. See, another thing about with the amplified mirage damage, that might be worth keeping bells on them, even if the spell themselves is redundant. Anyway, if you want the towel thing, this is how you can buy them. I'm not as wealthy as I had hoped. So yeah, we'll grab 10 towels. I'm just gonna grab them somewhat at random. I don't even know why I grabbed Kia's. Hers is the most worthless of the bunch, but... Okay, there we go. Random towels. How do I have 2 of these equipped? I do not know.
Activating requisitions program.
Oh, no, Eunuch. It says Lloyd only, so it's not like Eunuch can use it too. And there's a Zimmerian ore, so we're at ultimate weapon stage. Access ray. Here's one of the ones I'm looking for. Has no evade attached to it, which is heartbreaking. Senbon Akatsuki, so Daybreak. Kind of fitting if it were a different character, but sure. In case you're wondering, I'm referring to Fee with that because she actually does appear in Daybreak. Did I go past it? That's Rufus's. Looking specifically for Fees to see if Celine's nails. I'm not sold on that one. Here we are. No evade attached to it. Yeah, they take a fortune to get materials, so never mind.
Trial door presented.
In case you're wondering, I will talk to everyone in the following video. Overall, this group should be pretty well stocked up to murder whatever's here. I probably should have done this one well before commencing the... well, probably sometime during the 4th act. This must be the next generation of the Ion Beta used in the Society's experiments. I wasn't expecting to confront an archaism here. Doesn't matter what we're up against, we're here to crush it, and that's that. I don't know what's up with these trials. We'll send this hunk of metal straight to the scrap heap. Agreed, I couldn't ask for a better opponent. Everybody stay linked together and engage with caution. This is nothing we can't handle.
A powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
I don't think that's gonna matter.
Analyzing
Dreadnought Archaism created by the Corridor. It's equipped with the flight mode so it can rain death on foes from above. Level 136. So I wonder if it matches your level then. It's weak to fire.
My turn. Shimmer! My turn.
Important thing is not to use Earth on him because the sucker flies.
Arcus activate. Very well. I'm here for you.
I was wondering if it would interrupt. That's interesting.
I'll save you. You deserve some praise. Raring to go. Commencing drive. It's my turn. My turn. In my hair. I'll assist. Yeah. I'll restore you. Thank you. There.
Actually, Emma would have been a good one to use there, so I could get the reflect and everything.
Sorry. I'm here for you. Thank you. My turn. Charging.
In case you're wondering why I didn't care to even
my
scatter
turn.
them.
Arcus
Arcus, activate!
You deserve some praise.
you.
Okay. Arcus, activate.
Break for me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll risk.
So I'm suspecting
Thank
its
you.
level is only on paper.
Yeah. Oh, what a relief!
Nothing. Ether Strike is now Ether Debuster. So that's her S-Craft. I think that's her S-Craft also. And that's just a normal move. The HP absorb must be the change on that one. Here's Ether Debuster. And then Adamus Ripper 2.